In the middle of the green forest, the worker finds a familiar herb, cypress leaves. In traditional medicine, cypress leaves are considered a treasure for hair, helping to nourish the scalp and naturally darken hair. Each picked branch and leaf is not only an ingredient, but also the essence of nature for an ancient hair washing method. After harvesting, the cypress leaves are brought to the stream to be washed. The cool water from nature not only washes away the dust, but also awakens the fresh fragrance inherent in each leaf. The worker spreads the green cypress branches and leaves evenly on a flat bamboo surface, letting the leaves dry naturally in the wind. Few people know that rice water, which is considered a waste, is a valuable hair care ingredient that was trusted by the ancients. The worker washes the rice by hand, retaining the milky white water layer containing many vitamins and minerals. After that, the rice water is boiled, ready to be mixed with herbs in a traditional hair wash recipe. This is not dirt or rubble, but tea dregs, the essence left after pressing oil from tea beans. The worker uses a knife to chop the dry tea dregs into small pieces. The dried tea cakes are then chopped into small pieces and rolled into a fine powder. Each layer of tea leaves is ground into a fine powder, not only to retain the essence, but also to help blend better into the traditional herbal shampoo mixture. The craftsman continues to prepare the important ingredient, FOTI. The root is thinly sliced, containing precious essences that help hair become shiny and strong, a secret passed down from ancient times. Indispensable in traditional grapefruit peel. Cut into small pieces, grapefruit peel helps clean the scalp, leaving a gentle scent and stimulating natural hair growth. As the rice water begins to boil, each medicinal ingredient is added: tea, grapefruit peel, and even slices of Polygonum multiflorum. All blend in the cloudy water, slowly releasing their essence, creating a rustic yet invigorating shampoo. The cypress leaves, the soul of the medicine, are chopped and added last. The worker stirs gently, then closes the lid. The herbal mixture will simmer silently for 6 hours, so that each drop of essence penetrates deeply, nourishing the hair, soothing the soul. After 6 hours of simmering on the stove, the herbs have dissolved their essence into the water. The water has now turned a murky brown color, thick with the smell of soil, forest trees, and the years. The worker carefully takes the pot down, filters out the residue. Only the essence remains. The traditional shampoo nourishes hair to be shiny and smooth, and has a gentle natural scent. The purified water is poured into a handmade ceramic jar. No chemicals, no preservatives, just time and natural yeast. The jar is sealed and left to ferment quietly for half a month. In the dark and quiet, each drop of medicinal herbs is gradually ripening, carrying the breath of the earth, the sky, and human hands. After half a month of waiting, the herbal shampoo is finally born. From cypress leaves, tea grounds, grapefruit peel to rice water, all blend into a pure natural shampoo. Contains no chemicals, no artificial foam, but is gentle, nourishes the scalp, cleans dandruff, and makes hair naturally soft and smooth. After a long time of use, the gentle herbal scent remains at the roots of the hair, like a gift from the mountains and forests, rustic, pure, and full of vitality. Few people expect that more than 2,000 years ago, humans created a bamboo weaving tool, simple, durable, but a major turning point in the hand-weaving industry. The bamboo loom still plays an irreplaceable role in traditional weaving. Under skillful hands, each bamboo stalk is cut into even segments. The old outer bark is meticulously shaved off, revealing the smooth, bright core, golden as the afternoon sun. Each bamboo section is then split into many thin strips, preparing for the journey to turn them into an important part of the ancient weaving. After being split into small pieces, the bamboo sticks continue to enter an important stage, steaming for 3 hours. In the rising steam, the bamboo gradually softens, completely separating from its original crispness. After steaming, the bamboo becomes much more flexible and soft. The craftsman continues his meticulous manual work, using a knife to carefully split the bamboo into smaller pieces once more. After being separated into small pieces, the bamboo will go through the polishing process. The craftsman uses a whetstone or sandpaper to gradually smooth the surface of the bamboo, removing any sharp edges or remaining splinters. This is not only a beauty step, but also a way to protect the weaver's hands in the future, avoiding scratches when working for hours on the loom. From rough bamboo trees, now each bamboo strip begins to take on the shape of a sophisticated tool. After being polished, each small bamboo stick is broken in half and divided into the desired size. This is the preparation step to create the vertical slats, an indispensable part of the bamboo weaving frame. The worker continues to cut and trim 2 thick bamboo strips to the exact size. These are the beginning and end of the bamboo frame. After preparing all the bamboo sticks, the craftsman begins to assemble the loom. Each bamboo stick is fixed by hand, attached to the core wood to form a sturdy frame. The threads are meticulously threaded through each groove. This is the bamboo part, the soul of the loom. There is no modern machinery, only skilled hands and endless patience. Each operation is like a slow dance, honoring the beauty of manual labor. Each small bamboo slat is carefully placed on the frame. Each slat has been polished and precisely measured to ensure absolute uniformity. This is the core of the loom, where the threads are held and oriented during weaving. The surface of the bamboo is dry and smooth, arranged in neat rows like the teeth of an ancient comb. A small deviation can cause the entire weaving process to go awry. It all requires absolute precision, and the hands of a veteran craftsman are the final measure. After hours of meticulous weaving, the loom finally takes shape. But there is one final step to protect this masterpiece: beeswax. The craftsman melts the yellow wax, then carefully spreads it evenly over the bamboo slats. The thin layer of wax will help protect the loom from moisture, prevent termites, and make the bamboo smoother and shinier. Finally, the loom is completed. The craftsman carefully threads each thread, pulls it taut along each line, and then puts the loom into operation. More than just a tool, the bamboo loom is the crystallization of ancestral wisdom and the perseverance of the craftsman's hands.